Here again with another Shameless Season 7 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important if you are caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find out that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you that are wondering, I've seen Shameless all the way through at least one time. Some episodes I've seen multiple times, and I know most of the show is really good. Of course, toward the end, in my opinion, the quality takes a big dip, but right now I'm on the mostly good stuff. So with that in mind, this will be Shameless Season 7, Episode 2. The title of this episode is called Swipe, Fuck, Leave. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start off with Fiona trying to get into her room with a crowbar, and then eventually she decides to smash the door with the crowbar instead of just trying to push it open. Carl talks to Ian and Lip about getting circumcised. Kevin V stop over. Lip tells Kev he's helping Fiona with the bills over at Patsy's Pie, and the place, he says, is in a financial shitstorm based on his findings. And of course, Kev shares the fact that Svetlana is doing the books for the Alibi, and she's doing a really good job with it. Lip can't get over the relationship Kev's got going on with Svetlana and V. He's probably jealous, and I would be too. Lip says he needs a Venn diagram to see how that works. Kamala Harris would be happy, the worthless vice president that she is, my opinion. V tells Fiona to get a restraining order on Frank, and Fiona doesn't really care. She's like not dealing with stuff like she usually would since the day of her wedding. Well, it turned out not to be her wedding, but it was supposed to be. And then Frank tells everyone that he's taking back the Gallagher name except for Liam. Liam's going to help him with the scheme that he's going to do. Some older kids at school know about Carl's operation, and as Dominique had told a few people, and they call him trans. Lip starts an internship. He's going to be the errand boy, getting people coffee and lattes and everything like that. Frank uses a stolen credit card that Debbie got from one of the strollers for his scheme with Liam. Ian and Caleb have an issue due to Caleb being a vagina fucker. All of a sudden he's essentially bisexual and not homosexual, and that makes Ian not happy. Carl goes in to have more skin cut off his, start getting more circumcised because he's having erections when he's not supposed to, and that messes things up down there. Fiona goes to see Chad to quit as manager at Patsy's. The raise just wasn't enough, and she ends up talking to Margot, who's actually the head honcho. She doesn't know this at first. She just wants to wait tables. She doesn't want to leave entirely. She just wants to not be manager anymore, so she doesn't have to cover all these random shifts. As I look to see what time it is on my phone, because I'm expecting a text. And the boss, Margot, just wants to shut the place down. So, we'll just close it. That's fine. So Fiona decides to, of course, stay on as the manager to still have a job. And then Margot's like, okay, that's fine too. So, her ploy didn't necessarily work. Lip goes to see Ian as they talk about Caleb sleeping with women, and if Lip would ever sleep with a man, and if Ian would ever sleep with a woman. Debbie steals another stroller. Fiona posts help wanted signs around Patsy's Pie. A hot chick, Ariel, gives Carl her resume, and then it's a food fight time for Kev and the babies or toddlers or whatever you want to call them. Carl has even more skin removed down there. That's it. There's no more skin to remove after this, so he better think of Ted Cruz and Harry Balls, as the doctor tells him. And Fiona hires a couple more people at Patsy's, and because she's hiring Dee Dee who's African American, Olga, is told that she's fired, and she's also hiring Sierra. Carl is surrounded by hot chicks on the L. Like everywhere he looks on the L, there's like hot chicks all over the place. It's like, and so he starts to think of hairy balls, literally, while on the L. And then Ian decides to have sex with a woman. Pretty crazy events there. When Fiona gets home, she sees that Carl is watching Ted Cruz. As somebody that's a conservative, I just can't stand Ted Cruz. I don't know. Friends of mine that are, conservatives love Ted Cruz. He annoys me. It's just my opinion, but I don't like Ted Cruz, at least at the moment. Although he is an expert on the Constitution, but most people are. But I just don't like his voice. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so Frank has had the house remodeled where the upstairs is blocked off by like contractors that he, I guess I didn't mention that he had paid. And he wanted to short them money. And they said, well, we'll just kill you and your kids. So he gave them each $100. But so they can't go anywhere aside from hang out downstairs. So Ian complains to Lip about eating pussy, like all the hair, and he must have got somebody with a fur burger or something like that. And then we have V and Svetlana get home and complain to Kevin about him not doing anything, like the house is still a mess. Frank brings over a lady that Liam picked out. Did I say Ian and Frank? I meant Liam and Frank, the guy who threatened to kill if they didn't get the money that they were promised. And her name is Dollface. I don't know what her real name was. Fiona has Lip saw some of the pipe off with a hacksaw, and then Frank will be without water, so he won't be able to turn on the faucet. He won't be able to take a shower with his blockade upstairs. Debbie is going to take a double stroller, but finds out there's still a baby in one of the parts of the stroller, so she just runs off as another lady sees her run off. I'm just checking something here. Bear with me. I think I forgot to mention something. Okay, never mind. I just want to go back. Bear with me here. I'm going to go back to where I was. Frank wakes up with Dollface and needs to bathe, take a bath, and she kind of is ripe too. With no water, Frank just starts scrubbing his armpits with the water that's still left in the toilet. The FBI shows up at Lip's new place where he's an intern, or where he took on the internship, and they took some servers. Now, the new waitress at Patsy's, Sierra, wants Fiona to bring Lip to this party or this bar, and then Kev has hired topless maids to come over and clean the house. He's getting a lap dance, and he actually wants to have the place cleaned, and that's not exactly what they do. Ian says Caleb sleeping with women is a turnoff. He asks Caleb when did he become bisexual, so they're going to end things. That's what I was looking for to see if I didn't specifically put that they're going to end things. At least I don't think I did. I don't remember if Caleb comes back or not, but as far as I know, right now they're ending things. Kev's going to start a new maid service, and V and Svetlana are going to be the boobs of the operation, while an old lady will do all the cleaning. Lip and Fiona meet Sierra, Ariel, and Dee Dee out for drinks. Sierra noticed that Lip was checking her out during her interview with Fiona, and Sierra tells Lip that she has a kid and a stupid ex-boyfriend and she's not looking for anything serious. And Lip's like, well, I was kicked out of school and all this, so they're a perfect match, but Lip is going to fall for her, and that's not going to be good. Ariel is going to hook up with a guy she met on Tinder. Fiona tells Dee Dee she's not into the meaningless random hookups, and Dee Dee tells Fiona she's a hot piece of ass and wants her to get on Tinder. Frank lets a raccoon go downstairs from the ceiling. Don't say Papa never gave you a pet. Fiona comes home. V, where are you? Fiona tells V she just Tinder fucked. V slams the door after telling her to tell her tomorrow. And then in the morning, V brings coffee over as Fiona's probably a little hungover. Lip's got demolition tools. They're going to get Frank out of there. Fiona's not going to talk about what happened on her wedding day ever, she tells V. Fiona begins breaking the wall down with a sledgehammer. Frank is going to retreat to the house next door, using the ladder to crawl from their house to the other houses upstairs. The 72 hours is up for Carl, and Dominique is ready to give him a blowjob. I assume she does. I don't remember exactly what happens. This is the point of Shameless where I start to forget what actually happened, and that's what ends the episode, is that was a mid-credits scene. So, pretty good stuff here. I'm going to score the episode an 8.4 out of 10, and my female character of the episode is going to be Fiona. One could argue Debbie, one could argue V or Svetlana, probably V, but I'm going to go with Fiona. And then the male character, this was a tough one, because you got Ian, you got Lip, you've got Kev, all had good moments, and I'm going to go with Kev for this particular episode of Shameless. Although now that I think about it, it should be Ian. You know what? I'm changing that. I'm going to go with Ian, actually, because he had more of a say of what happens in the episode, and the fact that he had sex with a woman and went down on a woman in this episode is a pretty crazy development on the show. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless, or anything else Shameless related. If you want to score the episode, let me know what your score is. Who would be your male? Who would be your favorite female character of the episode? And remember to click right here, right now, to see my Shameless series finale wrap video, assuming you've seen every single episode of Shameless. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, and show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.